come from Dartford Church. I got saved about five and a half year ago. And the reason why I did come to get saved was because I found out that we couldn't have any kids. And I know that God was proper God, real God. But there's knowing God and there's accepting God. So I goes to church and I accepted God. And I was going on okay. And I pulled to Dartford. And I was going to church there.
When was this, Pete?
I first got saved 5.5 years ago. And I was going to my own church for about 6 months.
Where was that?
Bury. And I pulled off there. Dartford I pulled to. The Arnolds on up on the hill.
Yeah.
And I was going there. And something happened. I pulled back home. And then when I pulled back home, the devil attacked me, to be honest. I pulled back and I was like on my own. Things went wrong. No fellowship. When you first get saved, and when you get saved, you need to be wood.
Fellow Christians.
Yeah. The fellowship. But I was on my own and he attacked me. And
What do you mean by attack? Do you mean like attacked your mind?
no, he attacked me in many kind of different ways. I drunk from I drunk from about 10. And I wouldn't have called myself an alcoholic, but I would have called myself like a
What,
part-time.
10-year-old? You drunk from?
I drunk from 10-year-old, and I was a part-time alcoholic. I would have called myself a part-time
Alcoholic, yeah.
I'd go out walking, I would come home, and I would crack a can. If I come home at 5, 6, I was on it. And that happened to me from the age of about 10.
How old are you now, Pete?
30. From the age of about 10, and I drunk right the way up until about 2.5 years ago. And that's the truth. And that holded me back a lot. It did. I drunk and I smoked and I gambled. That was me. And yeah, I was telling you, pulled back home. Then the devil proper attacked me. Things happened. I ain't going to say what happened, but things happened. And I falled away. I falled away from God. So time goes on. I pulled from there and I pulled to Potter's Bar. And I've pulled on to Potter's Bar. And I pulled on Albie's place, Albie Smith. And I'm pushing me trailer in. And there's a man. A pastor he was. And he come over. And he was helping me push me trailer. And the man was called, what's the man called? Shinders. And he was asking me, did I, go to church and this, that, but I already know the truth, but I followed away and my heart was happened. And this man was telling me, but it was God's way of telling me that I turned my back on God, but God never turned his back on me. Do you know what I mean? He was always there. Even though I did turn my back on him, he didn't turn his back on me. But I was still going to church throughout it all, right? And when I was going to church, I left there and I pulled back to Dartford. And when I pulled back to Dartford, my brother-in-law was there, Tyson, and he was going on well, would God.
Praise the Lord.
And he was trying to encourage me the best he could, but I was like, yeah, I'm a Christian, man. I'm a Christian, but I was still drinking. I was still smoking. I was still gambling. I was still going out often and doing all them things. Right? So anyway, I was going to church, and I kept going to church, and I ended up feeling worse coming out of church than when I first went into it.
Because you knew there
It
was
was
things,
it was the Holy Spirit convicting me.
Yeah.
And I said to her, when we come out, I said, I'm not going back to church anymore. And she told me, and then she said why, and then I explained to her, but it was the Holy Spirit. I know what I was doing, and, you know.
Yeah. Rather than deal with it, you decide not to go to church,
Yeah. But anyway, I ends up going back to church. And I walked into Dartford Church, and Joe Boswell was there. And I told him exactly like I've just told Juice. And he walked me into the back room, and I rededicated my life back to God. And that was about 2.5 years ago, give or take. And he said to me, forget about the past, you pick up your cross from today and you carry it. And listen,
Amen.
I've done that, and it was the best thing I ever truly done.
Mm.
I couldn't have any kids, no kids, I couldn't have kids, but listen, I haven't got now one, I got 3 kids.
Amen. Praise the Lord.
I used to drink all the time. I had to have drink every night. If I didn't have it, I'd come home shaking. If I was pulling off with me trailer, I was thinking where to go and buy me cans. The Bible college of 2 years ago, I come to it, and I'm ashamed to say this, but it's to glorify God. I had a bottle of gin in my bag, and I hided it.
You mean here, come here to the seminar?
Come here to the cinema with a bottle of gin. And I hided it. I thought, I'll have half, like, you know, that night, and then that night I'll have the other half. And I goes into the meeting, but God had other plans. I had the gin, walked in, the man's going on, if you've got any problems, addictions, habits, drinking, gambling, smoking, he said anything at all, come forward, lay it down now before God. And that spoke to me, and I went down, and I said, God, take it. And instantly, there and then, God took it. And I never touched a drop, honestly, from then to here, now.
Mm.
And like I say, it's the best thing I've ever done, and I would tell anybody, please give him a chance.
Yeah.